welcome back to Keep Moving with the Senior Center. I'm Amy Beck, the Director of Senior Services here in Hopkinton, and with me is Jessica McNulty, the Assistant Director. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning, Amy. How are you today?
You know, it is sunny out, and I'm ready to move ahead with everything going on, I think. The big thing, that we want everyone to know as we go along in our show every week is that the Senior Center is open. We are open Monday to Thursday, 8:30 to 4, and Fridays, 8:30 to 2. If you receive and this is the one that's coming soon, the April newsletter. If you get your newsletter in the mail, all the information about the programs and services that we offer here, as well as how to get in touch with us, is in the newsletter. But if you have questions or if you want to make suggestions of programs that you'd be interested in, feel free to give us a call at 508-497-9730. Again, at this time, we are fully open. At the moment, masks are not required. Let's hope we stay that way. We just had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day party here with, a huge group of people, and we're so glad that we were able to do that. So again, give us a call, stop by. If you're at loss, even just curious as to what the Senior Center is doing and you're not even a senior, you're still welcome to come by and check us out. We certainly have people who'd be willing to show you around. But, we've got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about age and dementia-friendly communities, which Hopkinton is working towards becoming. And with us this morning, we have two members of the Council on Aging's board with us who are highly instrumental in getting this program going, or these two initiatives going, I should say. The first one is Sam Doknovich. And then I also have Pat Stradava. Sorry, Pat, I'm so used to calling you Pat, with us as well. And they are both here to tell us a little bit more about what to expect and what we're working towards and how we're going to get there as a community. And again, this is a community-wide effort. It's something that has been on my wish list for a long time. And I found the two people who are really willing to take this on and run with it. So Sam is taking the lead and Pat's involved in so many other ways along this. Pat is our, Pat helps run our memory cafe and our support groups. So good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I like to break the ice a little bit before we get into the main thing and ask you, what are you looking forward to as our days get longer? And now it looks like they're always going to be longer, I guess. I'm not really sure how that's going to work.
So what are we looking forward to?
Yes.
Well, I'm looking forward to be able to going out for a walk after dinner. My wife still works part-time. And sometimes it's hard to get our schedules interlocked. So by the time she comes home from work, you cook dinner, the routine, Amy. You have the same thing, right? You go home,
do.
Stuff going on, you cook dinner, and then before you know it, it's dark. And now it won't be dark. So I'm looking forward to those walks outside.
Excellent.
I agree, totally. It's just nice to have the sunshine and just have longer daylight time to be able to do things outdoors and enjoy your garden and go for walks and just so many things to do.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. The only problem is now I have no excuse for not going out and taking my walk. Jessica, do you have anything to add to that?
I think that you guys have covered it. I can't wait to get out in my garden after work. And I've already started to see some of the little buds on plants. So I'm hoping we don't have any more overnight frosts. I'm hoping all of my plants survive and in the next couple of weeks they'll bloom. I'm very excited for these longer days to enjoy my garden.
Absolutely. Well, great. Let's get on with age and dementia friendly. Sam, do you want to tell us a little bit about what age and dementia friendly Hopkinton actually means?
Sure. And you said it right at the start that this has been a dream, a vision of yours for a long time. When I joined the board just about 2 years ago, I asked you, what would you like to accomplish in the future? And you had a couple of things you wanted to move forward, but you just couldn't move them forward because you didn't have enough resources, enough time and energy. There is only 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to devote to your job, right, Amy?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you didn't have enough time. So I was looking for something to sink my teeth into and provide an opportunity to give back to the community. So I thought getting involved with this set of initiatives was really exciting. And the more I dug into it, it became so obvious that Hopkinton needs to do it. Because the basic goal we're trying to accomplish is to make Hopkinton a better place for everybody. We want to make it Hopkinton a safe, nurturing, inviting, and thriving place for people that as they age, more and more people are aging in town. I mean, when I saw the stats on how large the senior population was going to be by 2020, from 2020 to 2030, the senior population is going to increase by 69%. Wow. And so we want to make the town a better place for seniors, people who are living with dementia, their loved ones, and their caregivers. I mean, that's the basic goal. And, you know, when you introduce Pat, I must give Pat compliments. She's my spiritual advisor because while my mom passed away from dementia, and I was her caretaker, not for a long period of time because she passed pretty quickly once she started exhibiting the symptoms of dementia. And my wife's parents passed away with dementia, but my wife was the caregiver. But Pat, with her long involvement with the Memory Cafe and the support groups, she's my spiritual advisor. She always keeps me on track.
Well, Pat, that's a good segue into you. Good morning, Pat.
Good morning. I have to say that I've been doing the support groups for, gosh, how many years now? At least 5, and been doing the Memory Cafe for 4 years as well. And I have to say that interfacing with the community, with the caregivers and those that are living with dementia, as well as the elderly, our elderly population, of which we are all members, including myself, I find that I've learned a lot. They teach me a lot every day that I interface with them. And I've learned what it's like to be a caregiver personally, because I was a caregiver for my husband for 8 years. But also I learn what the caregivers and their family and friends are faced with every day as they care for someone with dementia. And I think with that on my mind, I just have a passion for wanting to see age and dementia friendly community here in Hopkinton. I want to be able to see the stigma that's associated with memory loss, with dementia due to not only to Alzheimer's, but to Parkinson's, vascular dementia, Lewy bodies, etc. There is just so much that we can do to support these individuals and their caregivers and their family. And I'm just looking forward to seeing Hopkinton be able to understand what it's like for these individuals and to be able to support them in any small way that we can. I mean, even just putting a plant of pansies on their front porch, just to bring a little bit of sunshine. We had one of the caregivers tell us that. She said, it was just so great. All I wanted is somebody to put a plant on my front porch, just to remember me with that. So I think that's where I am in all of this. And I would just like to invite the community to learn more about what it's like to live with dementia and how to support others in our community.
So that leads me to a good question for both of you. How do we do that? And what is the initial steps that we're doing as a community or as a group to make this happen?
Well, and I get asked that question all the time, first by my wife. So, you know, it has to be a good question. She said, well, what is different from what we're already doing today? Well, first of all, the fact that we've had this initiative for age-friendly, dementia-friendly, which we're combining to one initiative, doesn't mean we're not doing a lot already. I mean, when I moved into town 25 years ago, I wasn't a senior. I worked a lot. I traveled a lot. But since I've retired, I've really gotten involved with many of the programs at the senior center. And we just have such a wealth of activities and programs for seniors of all ages. that it's really, when you go to other communities and you look at their bulletin, or if you have friends who live in other communities, you see what they're providing, you see what Hopkins is providing. We really do. Amy and her team, and Jessica and her team, they really do a great job. So we want to build on what's already in place. I guess the biggest difference is how we're going to engage with the rest of the community, because now it's really a senior services / senior center set of programs that Amy and team run. And first thing we did when we started this initiative is go out to the community and recruit members to join, because we want every facet of the community involved. So right now we have representatives in the initiative from town government, from the police department, the fire department, the director of the library, the executive director of the Hopkinton Center for Arts. We have our health, our director of the Department of Health is on our action team. And we're looking for representatives from the faith community and the business community. We also have a core group of caregivers who provide feedback. So the first step, Amy, was to go out and get more people engaged and more people involved, because this has to be a community-wide endeavor. And right now we're in the discovery, gathering data, trying to figure out what we want to do next. As one of our support groups, and people should understand that both age-friendly and dementia-friendly are international, national, and statewide initiatives. This is not something we've invented in Hopkinton. And there's a big support organization at the state level, both on the age-friendly side and the dementia-friendly side, and they're supported by national and international organizations. So getting more feedback from the community is really important. As one of our support people told me, he said, the biggest mistake that organizations make is they bring this team together and then they say, oh, we know what everyone needs, and they build an action plan and they go out and do it, and then they find out what they did is not what everyone needs. So we want to spend several months gathering information and inviting the town to participate in providing us feedback. And I know, Pat, that's one of your hot buttons, getting more feedback from everyone in the community.
Absolutely, especially caregivers and their family as well, and their friends. I mean, what can we do to make it a better community?
And so that's great. And I think that's exactly where we're heading. But one of the things that we're doing right now is also spreading information. And we have a few events coming up that will help do that. And we'd love to have any member from the community, this is not just a senior issue, join us. And so we have some, they call them dementia friends sessions. Is that correct?
Information session.
Information sessions. I knew I forgot a word someplace. So could you tell us a little bit, maybe Pat, about some of those? I know Pat had done our original ones. Oh, I think it was 2 years ago, just prior to when we went into lockdown. We'd had some dementia friends sessions, and we included in that a number of people from the town hall departments, from the library, from the senior center, who went through these information sessions. And we were hoping to expand further, but then we went into a little bit of a lockdown. And now that we're coming out, this is where this is so important.
So these dementia-friendly sessions are not training sessions, they are information sessions. And what we hope to accomplish by providing these sessions for our community is to reduce the stigma that's associated with memory loss, and to find ways to support the people that are living with dementia and also their caregivers. So these sessions are about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes long. And in the sessions, we discuss the 5 key messages about dementia. We learn a few tips on how to recognize people that have memory loss. And we also learn some communication skills, how to talk to them, how to engage them. So at the end of this session, we ask our participants to think of an action plan that they can do to help their neighbor, their family members, other members of the community whatever that action plan is, it can be so simple as to bring a pot of flowers to put on the front porch, or it can be a phone call. It can be giving your neighbor a little bit of respite by taking the person that they're caring for a little walk. All of these things. So we invite you to join these sessions. We're going to have three of them coming up, actually. We have one on April 12th at HCA am I correct about that, Sam?
Yep.
At 7 o'clock in the evening. All are welcome to that one, even young people in middle and high school. Scouts, if you're out there, anyone in the community. We also have one planned for April 27th, and I believe that one is 1 o'clock, Sam, at the Senior Center. And May 1st, we're going to do one at Faith Community Church, and that one is after their Sunday services at 12 o'clock. And again, all are welcome. I think that the purpose of this is to help make the community respectful and safe and inclusive for everyone, to change the way we think and talk and act about dementia. Sam, is there anything that you'd like to add to that?
Well, I just like to add that these sessions are not just for somebody who suspects that one of their friends or family member has dementia. This is for everybody. A great example is, say you work in a local business. Wouldn't you like to understand the warning signs of dementia? Wouldn't you like to be able to recognize when somebody needs a little bit extra help in your store or your establishment? And with the tips that this session provides and how you relate to people who are living with dementia, you'll find that you'll be able to take care of your customers better, take care of the people coming into your establishment, provide them a more comforting environment, which means they may want to visit your business and your facility more often. And it'll give the person who's providing that more job satisfaction, because it'll be more helpful to just about everyone they meet. So you don't have to have a family member who has dementia, or you suspect of having dementia, or a friend to really take advantage of one of these sessions. So everyone, and I just want to make one comment that you should sign up, because we want to make sure we have enough materials for everybody. So call the Hopkinton Senior Center at 508-497-9730 to sign up, and they'll take your information for whether it's the evening session at HCA or the daytime session at the Senior Center. I just wanted to reinforce one other point that Pat said. It's so powerful. It was so powerful to me to hear the stories of people who are living with dementia. Several of the organizations that support this initiative have monthly calls, and one of them had people who had been diagnosed with dementia fairly recently on the call. And they discussed how they were treated by friends and family. It was almost like, I have dementia, it's early stage dementia, and then their friends stop calling because they think they can't go out to a movie or have a cup of coffee or play cards or just engage in the regular things that we like so much in life. I mean, Amy, you started this show by asking, what do you want to do when the sun comes out? Well, in the spring, and that's what people with dementia want to do too. So helping break that stigma and providing a more rewarding life for everybody is so important. And you'll get some information at the session that will help you do that.
I have one question I want to ask, because this is an initiative that is, as you said, at the state level, at the national level. If someone has already attended a Dementia Friends info session, are they able to come again? Should they come again? Do you think there's value in coming a second time?
Pat, you want to answer first?
Well, I think if they want to attend more than once, that's fine, because there are activities and discussions that we provide during the session that they're extremely helpful in better understanding dementia. And I think that's fine. However, if you're really interested at the end of becoming a dementia friend, which you become at the end of this session, you can also sign up for a champion training. So Sam and I are both champions. We've done the training to do that. It's in addition to the session. And if you attend one of our sessions and you decide that you would like to go out and be a spokesperson for Dementia Friends, by all means, let us know and we can provide the training for that for you. And you can join us in helping to spread the word. The more people that we have that are trained as champions, the more we can spread the word in our community. And that training there's no cost to it. You can just let us know if you'd like to sign up for that, and we'd be grateful to have you join us.
You don't
And
have
I
to
want
be,
to add, no, go ahead, Sam.
I was just gonna say, you don't have to do public events either to be a dementia champion. You could conduct Dementia Friends information sessions with your family and your relatives and your friends. But we are looking also for people who might want to help us move this mission, this initiative forward. Because in the future, we'd like to have additional Dementia Friends information sessions. And we'd like other people to help with those sessions and become champions. It's very rewarding. And there's a lot of material and it's very scripted. So you don't have to be a professional presenter. There's a lot of support, and Pat and I would definitely support you in your first meeting anyways. And it's always better to tag team and have two people do it.
I also wanted to add that if you are not from Hopkinton, or if you are from Hopkinton and you have family and friends who would be interested in joining it, they are more than welcome to come to these sessions as well. Again, just having them sign up lets us know how many people to expect. But, this is not just Hopkinton people can only be a part of this. We did have a Dementia Champion session, again, right before we closed back in 2020. Hard to believe that that's so long ago, but we had people attend from Western Massachusetts. We had people attend from the middle of the state. So you don't just have to be Hopkinton residents or families of Hopkinton who can come to these things. If you have a friend that might be interested, please include them. It is about the initiative in Hopkinton, but it's about the greater and the bigger picture. The more people are aware and the more people are understanding and respectful of those who are living with dementia or living with some memory loss, the better the whole place, all our communities will be. So, please consider reaching out to family and friends as well.
And it's a great point, Amy, because everyone is invited. And also, while you were saying that, I was thinking that if you have a bulletin board at your local business, your local facility that you attend, whether it's a sports club or whatever, and they have a community event bulletin board, call the senior center, leave your name, number, and email address, and we'll get you a poster. I'll email you a PDF that you can print, and you can post an 8.5 by 11 poster at your facility and spread the word and get more people to come to the sessions.
Thanks, Sam. That's exactly it. Jessica, did you have any other questions that you can think of? I mean, you guys have told a lot of information so far, and I'm really grateful for all that you guys are doing. This has been, like I said earlier, something that Pat and I've been talking about for such a long time, and to finally see it moving forward is huge. So thank you.
I guess I have just one kind of question. I think I know the answer to it, but just in case, Sam brought up a really good point in that if you're a small business owner, don't you want to better understand your community? If someone is a small business owner and they think, I would love for my employees to do a Dementia Friends info session, is there a cost associated with them running a session? Is there a cost associated for them having someone come in, or is that something they're able to have someone come in and give that info session?
There's no cost. Pat and I both work for free, although we do like ice cream and treats. So we get paid by the cookie. But no, that's a great point, Jessica. We're trying to also get a representative from local business to be on our action team with the other organizations. But sure, We would either coordinate that or we would work with our state organization, but we would make sure that you would have somebody who would present a Champions Dementia Friends information session at your facility. That's really a great point, because that's bringing it home, bringing it right home. And there are special programs for restaurants as part of this initiative called Purple Table, which provides more detailed training specific for restaurants and their employees, so they could provide an environment that's more comfortable and conducive for people with living with dementia and people who have other disabilities to attend.
Yeah, Purple Table is a great asset for families who may also have children or family members who have autism, and that going out and being in a loud environment may be distracting or upsetting. And so this is something that we are also hoping to be bringing to the restaurants in Hopkinton as well. Again, coming out of COVID, things take a little more time, and all of this takes some time, but we do appreciate everyone's efforts and support as we go forward with this.
I might
So I-
also add that if you're a member of an organization in town, if you're part of the Women's Club, or if you're part of the Garden Club, the Rotary Club, the Lions Club, the Veterans Club, we can also provide you with sessions. If you can't come to one of ours that are scheduled, we can come to you. It's so important to be able to allow people who are living with memory loss to be part of the community, to be part of organizations that are available in the community, to help them be who they still are, to be able to contribute. And they can. I mean, many in the early and middle stages of dementia can still be part of the community. It gives them dignity and pleasure and joy to be able to still do the things that they've always done. So, you know, if you're part of an organization, let us know how we can help you.
Great, Pat, thank you. And again, any questions at all, whether it's about senior services activities or about the age and dementia friendly initiatives, please feel free to give us a call at the Senior Center. I'll give you that number again, which is 508-497-9730. And we're happy to either connect you with Pat and Sam, or Jessica's always looking for new ideas for programs. And again, check the newsletter, because what you think you may like to do may already be happening. So again, thank you both for coming on today. We appreciate you being here and all the efforts that you are in helping this community really expand the kindness and caring that we see in Hopkinton. So again, thank you very much. And until next time, everyone, keep moving.